Welcome back to Colorado and Company. With all the obstacles in our modern lives, there's one that could put an overwhelming amount of stress on women and couples. I'm talking about infertility. My friend Angie Hager is here to share her story in the hopes that her words can bring comfort and support to the thousands of people watching our show today. So good to have you on. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So first, let's start with some stats that you know surrounding infertility.
So 1 in 8 married couples will have some sort of infertility, whether it be conceiving or sustaining a pregnancy. Wow. 1/3 of that is due to the woman, 1/3 is due to the man, and 1/3 is unexplained. So we're not alone.
Yeah, and that's good to point out, because if you're a woman watching, if you're a couple watching, there are a lot of people going through those challenges. They dream of having children, and unfortunately it just can't happen like that. Share some of your story if you wouldn't mind, and I know that you wrote a book, Tamar's Desire.
Yes, so it's kind of a long story, so I won't go into all the details, but my husband and I tried for years to conceive our own child. We went through the ups and downs roller coaster every month, hoping that this was going to be the month, and got devastated every month. So finally we went to see a fertility specialist who told us we had less than a 1% chance ever of conceiving on our own. So we were devastated. Our hearts were breaking, because infertility costs a lot of money as well too. So with a lot of godly advice and counsel, we actually went through some fertility treatments and conceived our beautiful twin 9-year-old girls right now.
Yes.
Yes. So, but 2 years,
so cute.
2 years later, we went back for some more fertility treatments. I didn't think our family was completely complete. So got pregnant again, but at 6 weeks I miscarried. And that was one of the most hardest struggles through my entire journey. I got really depressed. I was in a dark, deep place that I felt like I just couldn't get out of. Not a very good mother at that time, probably not a very good wife. Finally saw a therapist that helped me dig out of my depression, but then my depression turned into an obsession. And I was obsessed with having this 3rd child added to our family. I made my husband take a woman's fertility drug. Don't mention it to him.
No, I won't.
And I had my kids pray for a baby in my belly. My obsession just took over my life. And I kind of fell under the umbrella of second infertility, which is even a more lonelier place to fall into, because most people think when you're at that stage, well, you already have kids, you know, you should feel blessed where you are at. But I wasn't. So through prayer and Bible study, I kind of started managing more of my obsession, and then lo and behold, we beat the percentages and we conceived on our own, and now I have my 4-year-old son.
A beautiful baby boy. And I just want, to give you kudos to talk about going through that depression, and to talk about going through anxiety and obsession and in a dark place. That's really hard to acknowledge and to say it out loud. So thank you, because there's a lot of people going through it.
Yes.
I need to connect you with Corey Rose here on 9 News. She shared her own story also. You two need to talk. It is devastating. There are so many women and couples going through this. Now tell me about Tamar's Desire, the book you wrote. Why did you decide to write it?
So when I was going through infertility, first let me back up. Infertility is a silent diagnosis. So once you find out you have it, it's pretty much a hush-hush topic. So our friends and family, very few of them know we were going through it, even though inside we were crumbling and I was so desperate to have it. So instead of talking to somebody, I looked for books, looked for Christian literature. I wanted a Christian aspect towards infertility, and there was nothing out there. So my desire with writing this book is to actually help others not feel so isolated in their diagnosis, and to give them hope and encouragement. And in return, it kind of helped me free some of the demons that I was kind of battling as well.
And what has this journey taught you?
Well, it's taught me a lot. I learned that I'm not alone. Like I said before, 1 in 8 women will go through, or married couples will go through some sort of infertility, and 1 in 4 people will experience a miscarriage. And I think what's really hard about it is that, like I said, it's a hush-hush topic. So we're told not to tell anybody about a pregnancy or infertility treatment until we reach 12 weeks, just in case. And a lot of loss happens before that 12 weeks. So then we're stuck putting on this fake smile, like everything's okay, when inside we're crumbling. And I'm just hoping through this book that it can really open the door for people to start sharing their own stories, to get that freedom.
Absolutely a beautiful book. I want you to contact her at tamarsdesire@gmail.com. Would you mind reading just a little bit from the book?
Sure.
Okay.
I never expected to be labeled infertile, but 3 years into our marriage, that was the exact word that defined us. I expected us to have a plethora of children. In fact, we even hoped pregnancy would happen on our wedding night. We could not wait to be parents. We expected it to happen right away. It did not. So we purchased an ovulation test, expecting it to happen. Again, another failed attempt. We then bought the most expensive ovulation kit, because the more money you spend, the more accurate the testing will be, right? Again, it did not work. Next, we tried fertility drugs. Still, we expected it to work, yet it did not. Month after month, year after year, we experienced this constant up and down emotional roller coaster, only to feel let down after another failed attempt. We did not expect that conceiving a child would be so hard. We did not expect that infertility was our roadmap. We did not expect that God would allow this to happen to us.
Wow, that's deep. Any words or final advice for couples who are watching, who are experiencing infertility and going through something similar?
I would just say, just don't, you're not alone.
Right.
There's a reason for everything, and just know that with all things are possible with God.
That's true. Give me a hug. God bless you, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you're on the show.
Thank
and congratulations with the book. This is an amazing book. Please pick it up. Tamar's Desire, Finding Hope, Encouragement, and Strength in the Midst of Infertility. It's available now where books are sold. And Angie is giving away 5 copies of the book right now. So be one of the first 5 to email her at tamarsdesire@gmail.com. That's tamarsdesire@gmail.com. She'll contact the winners after the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.